that's 4 kilometres done. I know it's going to be tough today because I've not felt too well, and ideally I wouldn't run today, but I can't run tomorrow because I'm flying to Bali. I need to do my long run. So today 14 is planned. Let's see if I do that. A couple of days ago I felt really rough, sort of like cold. Last night wasn't too bad, still had it but not too bad. This morning I'm okay, just tired as usual. So let's see how it goes. I'm doing a different route I've done before. The road's quite mad here, it's very busy even though I left just after 7. Still loads of cars about. Most are okay, but some don't really give way, unfortunately. Most of them do though. A lot of nice warm greetings from people, and which is nice. I've got really bright clothes on. It's running on the road out here is obviously the best idea. So, because people don't intentionally want to run you over, they just don't see you. So that was quite a challenging 6k. The traffic was quite fast. When it was busy traffic, it wasn't a problem. But when it was less on the road, some of the cars were going so fast, and I had to get out of the way of a couple. Otherwise I would have been hit, you know. One of them had the audacity to use his horn at me after he nearly hit me. It's like, what? Anyway, I just have to respect it's different. I'm not used to seeing mad Englishmen on the road, I guess. So I'm now on the sort of main road in Cibinong, running towards Cibinong, that is. And even though I'm running on the wrong side of the road, it's the side I want to be, and there's less traffic here. This is like a service road, which everyone seems to use because it's better than the main road next to me. But that, shortly the main road gets better, I know that. So this will be less busy. But yeah, still a challenging run. Got backache this morning, so which is strange, but it's not going to be fast. But I'll do my best to get round. So just over 6k done, eh? Run, live, run, yeah. So it's a nice surface to run on this, a well-laid pavement. It's Cibinong football stadium. So I'm really struggling this morning, and I wasn't going to go out anyway because of sleep and not feeling good, so I'm not going to push it. So I'm coming up for 11k. I'll stop at 11k, and I've probably got another 4 or 5k walk anyway, so still good. So I did plan 14k this morning. Last week I did 12k, and that was okay. It was tough, but it was okay. Today I'm just not up for it. I mean, I didn't have a terrible good night's sleep. I'm just not sleeping for some reason at the moment. I don't know why. I'm just not. Maybe it's the anxiety and excitement, I suppose, combined with moving to Bali. So I'm getting everything ready for that. It's brain overthinking. And I've had a cold for the last few days. Last night wasn't too bad. The night before was quite horrible. We came up with a nasty rash. I think it was a heat rash. But so you know, I wasn't going to go today. I thought, well, let's give it a go, because I do get very. I suffer anxiety, so I think is it all in the back of my mind, you know, am I actually ill or not, and am I actually okay? And I probably was for 10 or 11, but maybe even only 8. I've been suffering for about 6 or 7, to be honest. So I'm happy I've pushed it as far as I can, but I've got a fair bit of walking now, probably 4 or 5k maybe, I don't know. So I'm happy with what I've achieved, you know, I can't complain the way I felt this morning. So upset I haven't done 14, but you know, happy with 11, yeah. Run, live, run, yeah. And for those of you who are watching this, not had many views recently, and it is what it is. But please subscribe, or please like, or please look, or please comment. It really helps the algorithm and get it out there to a lot more people. So thanks for your support, everyone that's watching it. And if you've got any questions about running, just ask me. I mean, I'm not an expert coach, but I've been running for years, so I've seen it all and done it all, and made more mistakes than I haven't, but I'm still here, yeah. 62 years old and I'm still running. Run, live, run, yeah. So sometimes in running, it doesn't happen, and we shouldn't beat ourselves up over it. I don't. So let's say listen to your body, I do that to a certain extent, but I do suffer from anxiety anyway, and every time before I go running, I feel that I can't do it. So every marathon I enter, I feel I'm never going to finish it. So, and I've done so many, so it doesn't really work for me. Unless it's obvious, unless it's an obvious issue with my body, then I won't listen to it. I just keep going. So I'm a bit distracted. I'm not used to dogs barking in Java because there's not many dogs about, and it was behind a cage, which is fine. But then I saw a street dog as well at the same time, which is great. I love dogs, and then I nearly got hit by a motorbike. So, happy days, eh? But yeah, so it's not always easy trying to convince yourself that you can run. Not for me anyway. So, but I knew today that it was going to be tough, and I probably wasn't going to do what I wanted. And in hindsight, I suppose I'm happy with 11k. Because I wasn't feeling the best when I got up. So as I say, do not beat yourself up over it. You'll get days when running just doesn't happen, and today for me, that's one of those days. So I've got to decide what I do next time. So next week I'm away, or tomorrow I'm away in... Hi, how are you? Okay. So next week I'm away in Bali, or tomorrow in fact. And I've got 2 5k runs planned in that week. Let's see how it goes. 5k is not an issue, but maybe I might just have a week off. But let's see how it is. The big issue today really is my back. I had backache, and the backache I was getting sort of like 2 months ago. And but to be fair, I had that the day before the Manila Marathon when I'm walking around the mall. Had no issues at all, actually. In the marathon, my back, just everything else, but the back was fine. So I don't want to get too despondent over it. But let's see what happens next week. As I say, at most, I'll be doing 2 5Ks when I'm in Bali. I'm back on Friday, and then Sunday, scheduled to do a 16k. But as I've only done 11 today, then I may just go for the 14 that I should have done today. But let's see. I don't want to up too many times. I mean, I'm doing more training now than I normally do for marathons, so it's generally going okay, I think. So the one thing I really love about this area, more so where I live, but also here as well, there's very, very few Westerners or Boulets, as they're commonly known as here. Very few. Bogor, which is we're in sort of Kota Bogor district here. There's quite a big expat community there of Europeans and Australians and Americans. I've met a few, but that's quite big here, but not that many in Cibinong where I am. I've seen the odd one in the mall occasionally, but it's not very common. So you get stared at a lot. You get a lot of nice comments from people, It's so nice when you're running, people clapping you, good morning. And so some of the drivers can be challenging because they're not always aware of what's around them, unfortunately. But then, to be fair, there's not that many runners about, so they don't really look out for them. But it's such a pleasure. I mean, I've not been in this area for a while. Probably coming up for a year when I used to run here quite a bit of arena. But I decided to give it a go today. So whilst the run hasn't worked out as I planned, I'm still enjoying it. It's a lovely day. It's getting hotter now, but it's still a cool breeze. It's part of Greater Jakarta, if you call it Jakarta. I mean, it's technically Bogor. It is a bit cooler, and I can feel the wind on me now, and it feels a little bit cold actually, but I mean, it's not cold, but it feels a little cooling, which is quite nice. So I enjoy coming up here. It's different from where I normally run. There's not many runners at all. I've seen a few, a lot younger, a lot faster than me, yeah. But it's very enjoyable. So this is sort of a lot of government buildings I'm walking through now. And it's all very quiet. I mean, if you've seen the news, there's been quite a bit of anti-government feeling recently in the last few days, and unfortunately resulted in somebody actually dying in an accident. I'm not going to make any comment on any of it at all because it's not my place to make the comment. And there's also been some concerns from some people I've seen on social media that foreigners could be targeted. That's absolute rubbish, you know. I mean, I've had just as much warmth and love from people today as I had last week and the week before when I'm out. You know, people are so nice, so friendly. So you'll always get somebody in any area. But Peggy. But I've had absolutely no bad feed from anybody, you know, and I shouldn't do because it's nothing to do with me. So anything you see on social media, if you're planning to come to Indonesia, Jakarta or Bali, where most Westerners go, don't worry, because it really isn't. It's nothing to do with the rest of the world. It's literally Indonesians not upset with certain economics in their country, which is how I'm not going to mention or discuss here because it's not my place. But yeah, I mean, I love Indonesia. It's a great country. Like all countries, there's issues. Like my own country, there's issues, yeah. But the people here are generally so warm and friendly, and you know, I love it. A kucing to Indonesia, yeah. I love Indonesia. So I've walked just over 3k now, which is nice. It's nice to walk after a run, and I'm doing that regularly now. It's a good sort of cool down, because I think one of the worst things you can do is to run and suddenly stop. And in the UK, especially when it's colder, you know, once you finish running, you don't really want to be walking because your body gets cold too quick. Even here it gets cold too quick, but it's not as bad. But anyway, just tried to cross the road, quite a busy sort of junction, and the traffic sort of stopped on the opposite side, and the trouble is you get motorbikes zooming up in the middle and everything. And anyway, I walked in front of this lorry, and this guy, passenger, put his hand out, stopped the motorbikes behind him, you know. And it's just great that people are just lovely here. They really are, you know. Maybe when they're not driving themselves, they're better. But it's so nice, yeah. So that's just under a 4k walk added onto the 11k run. So that's still 15k as I covered a day. So I'm happy with that. So I'm going to have a nice coffee now. So thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe or like and comment. Ask any questions you like, and I'll try and answer them. Thank you. Terima kasih.